Hello, everybody. Black Sabbath's Hidden Light, Spiritual Lessons in the Shadows. Beneath the thunder and the darkness of Sabbath's debut album lies a surprising well of spiritual insight. This video dives track by track into the mystical messages you might have missed. Hi friends, I'm Scott, and I welcome you to be one with me as we journey together to be the best we can. Black Sabbath's groundbreaking debut album, Black Sabbath, through a spiritual lens. This 1970 release wasn't just the birth of heavy metal, it was a sonic ritual laced with archetypal themes of fear, temptation, death, the unknown, and the search for meaning in a broken world. Beneath the distortion and doom lies an invitation to confront the shadows, the shadows within and around us. What follows is a song-by-song reflection on the spiritual undertones embedded in Black Sabbath, the album that shook the world awake. The album opens with the iconic self-titled track, Black Sabbath, and from the very first thunderclap, the church bells, you feel a presence. The song begins with fear, not as an abstract idea, but as a felt experience. Ozzy's trembling voice delivers the chilling line, "What is this that stands before me? Figure in black, which points at me." This isn't just horror for effect, it's a direct encounter with the archetype shadow. Spiritually, this song functions like a dark night of the soul. A moment when something ancient, powerful, and unknown steps into our awareness. It asks the listener, what do you do when you come face to face with the energy you've been avoiding? Do you run, or do you confront it and ask what it has come to teach you? The spiritual invitation here is to stop denying the darkness and instead stand in it long enough to find your courage. Wasp, behind the wall of sleep, NIB, moves the album into a layered meditation on illusion and awakening. The transition from Wasp to Behind the Wall of Sleep feels like an acid-drenched initiation into altered stages. When Ozzy sighs, "Now from darkness there springs light." The wall of sleep is cold and bright. This line could be pulled from a mystic's diary. It suggests that beyond the veil of walking reality lies a truer consciousness, one we can only access by letting go of certainty. The wall of sleep represents the boundary between our surface life and deeper dreaming self. What walls of sleep still keep you from fully waking up? Are you living only half awake? This segment asks you to question what you perceive as real and invites you to explore the mystery behind perception. You know, as we roll into NIB, the perspective shifts dramatically from the viewpoint of Lucifer. It seems at first to be blasphemous, but you dig deeper. My name is Lucifer. Please take my hand. He says not to harm, but to love. He declares he's changed, transformed by love itself. This paradox flips the usual narrative. Spiritually, this track challenges us to confront how we've demonized parts of ourselves, our past, our power, our passion. What if the parts of you that you fear are not the evil, but misunderstood? Could the devil in this song be a metaphor for integration for the shadow? Asking not for worship, but for acceptance? In this context, NIB becomes a redemption story dressed in black leather. That's some real powerful stuff. The next track, Evil Woman, Don't Play Your Games With Me, might seem like a standard breakup song, but there's more going on beneath the surface. The woman in question represents more than just a lover. She becomes an embodiment of illusion, manipulation, and karmic temptation. Ozzy warns, evil woman, don't you play your games with me. Have you ever been drawn into a situation, romantic or otherwise, that felt magnetic but slowly unraveled your sense of self? This song reminds us that seduction isn't just about relationships. It's about anything that pulls us out of our center and away from the truth. Now, the spiritual lesson here is discernment. Not all that glitters is gold. Some attractions are disguised tests, asking, are you strong enough to walk away? Sleeping Village, great song. It challenges the tone completely. The track opens with pastoral imagery and minimalist guitar work, a quiet that feels almost sacred, a village land with golden sky's blue and gold. It lulls you into a dreamlike space, but then the distortion hits and suddenly the peace is interrupted. Life's calm is fragile, and moments of clarity are often disrupted by old patterns and unresolved desires. This track teaches us the cycle of nature, the cycle of nature of the spiritual experience, let's say. Meditation, peace, insight can be overtaken by mental noise or emotional storms. Can you stay rooted when the quiet is broken? Can you carry the sacred into the chaos? Then comes warning, a sprawling 10-minute blues-based journey that builds into a full-out spiritual confrontation. Lyrically, it begins as a tale of betrayal and heartbreak, but it quickly becomes something way more. Now is the pain. Now the pain. How does it go? Now the pain is here to stay. You've gone and thrown it all away. As the music spirals, so does the soul. The guitar solos and wild and untethered mimic the emotional process of unraveling. Spiritually, the song captures the spiral descent into grief and a long climb back out. What pain have you buried so deep you forgot it was there? What warnings did you ignore, and what are you learning from them now? It's messy, it's human, and it's sacred. Transformation often comes not through clarity, but through the storm. Finally, the short and strange instrumental bit of finger treads between other songs on the record in eerie psychedelic piece that feels like walking through a lucid dream. While it has no lyrics, its presence on the album is important. It marks the space between the tracks, the threshold between stories. I see it spiritually. It speaks to the in-between moments in life, the ones we often overlook, the pauses, the breaths, the silence before revelation. How often do you rush from one moment to the next without letting the lesson land? This interlude says, slow down, listen. Even the space between has something to teach you. Altogether, Black Sabbath isn't just a collection of songs. It's a shadow initiation from the opening lines, confrontation with fear, through the trials and seduction of seduction, grief, ego, and the awakening. This album walks like many mythic journey. It echoes Joseph Campbell's hero's journey on the spiritual trials of ancient mystery schools. And in true mystical form, it ends not with resolution, but with openness, leaving the listener with more questions than answers, you know? So you reflect on the dark elegance of this album. Ask yourself, what figures in black still point at me? What walls of sleep have I yet to break? Yeah. Have I mistaken temptation for love, or pain for punishment? What part of me is still trying to make peace with the devil inside? You know? Black Sabbath doesn't just want you to listen. It wants you to feel, to awaken, to wrestle with your own duality. It invites you to honor both your shadow and your light. Because as their very first song says, "Oh no, please God help me." Yeah. Even in the depths of terror, spirit still reaches for the divine. Yeah. And maybe that's the whole point. Subscribe to this channel, and like and share this video, and let me know in the comments about how you see the lessons, inspirations, or spiritual guidance in that first album. Visit beonewithme.com for more cool spiritual stuff. More is coming from the heart for the soul. And yeah, check out one of these videos, and yeah, remember, a smile can make someone's day, and the right words may change their life. I love you, truly. Be you. Be one with me.